Morning.
Rough times, a new low for the Gulf Cooperation Council. In terms of the likelihood of this getting patched up with the latest meeting in Jeddah, how hopeful are you? How optimistic are you?
Well, I mean, I think our view as of today, and I think most of the market's view, is that this will be relatively short-lived. I mean, I agree with your colleague Riyadh. This is unprecedented. It's very difficult to really be able to picture the different scenarios. However, I think the market has been somewhat rational in its sort of reaction to this. And if you look at the impact it's had on Qatari bonds, for example, we are still in a relatively contained scenario. However, I think everyone can see that should this escalate, there is significant downside. And this, frankly, couldn't come at a worse time because the GCC's bond markets, its financial markets are sort of emerging. They have been tapping international bond markets for quite some time. They've all been going to great lengths to attract foreign investment, to mobilize their private sector, to be able to kind of really put themselves on a sustainable path and diversify away from oil. And this scenario clearly will be damaging for everyone, even if the focus is on Qatar and they may be the biggest loser, so to speak. However, this is undoubtedly not good news for anyone in the region.
Yeah, I mean, Qatar's bonds haven't been too badly hit, but it is true, though, that its sovereign international bonds, especially in the longest dated paper, they did come under pressure. And of course, foreign investors also playing a key role here. So if this diplomatic row continues, what happens to the debt markets, not only in Qatar, but the rest of the GCC markets?
I mean, that's exactly what we're trying to figure out. I mean, I think definitely we are supported by the fact that we are dealing with nations that have massive reserves. You know, we're looking at collectively north of $2.3 trillion or thereabouts. So the financial resources are enormous, I should say. The ratings are also very high. So in the short term, you're unlikely to have any fiscal or any financial concerns. But you know, people are really thinking about the longer-term impact. You know, how will this affect the creditworthiness, 2-3 years down the line? And frankly, it's difficult to be able to gauge that because, you know, the market is not very clear on really what triggered this and is not even sure about, how it would necessarily end. And I know that there's going to be a lot of views and a lot of news around this thing, but I mean, we would attach, quite a bit of caution, or we wouldn't have a lot of confidence in them because it's true, we just do not know.